Another day begins. The salt farmers at Pacific Farms get ready to produce salt and harness the God-given ingredients of salt making. The sun, the sea, the soil, and the sweat to make the salt of the earth. Pacific Farms is the Philippines' leading salt producer. It is located in Barangay Zaragoza, Bolinao, Pangasinan, on the Lingayen Gulf. It is about 4 hours from Metro Manila and just 30 minutes away from the famous 100 Islands of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
The company started 1956. It was founded by an American, Mr. Joseph Hart. Then, it was operated by Don Antonio Araneta II from 1958 to 1983. It went through difficult times and nearly went bankrupt. In 1983, the company underwent a new management with Salinas. During this period, the management introduced the 12 moral values such as love, unity, tiyaga, effort, humility, honesty, sincerity, discipline, and cooperation, which serves as a strong foundation of work ethics in its people. The company continues to innovate the production of solar salt.
Pacific Farms produces about 20,000 to 30,000 metric tons of salt annually.
Pacific Farms started salt production process by bringing the clean seawater from the West Philippine Sea. Ponds are prepared earlier at the start of the dry season in the months of October and November. Fresh seawater is flooded through salt farm using only gravity. The seawater travels across the evaporator ponds, which cover 90% of the whole area.
The evaporator ponds are wetlands rich in life. This ecosystem is home to an incredible diversity of wildlife, including migratory birds, indigenous species of fish and birds, and microorganisms. Pacific Farms works to manage and preserve this wildlife through planting of mangroves, indigenous trees, and continuous dike works. As the seawater concentrates, it turns into brine. When the brine reaches saturation point, it is brought to the crystallizer areas. There are two methods of solar salt production in Pacific Farms. The first uses small crystallizer beds covered with ceramic tiles. The tiles prevent the salt from touching the mud, resulting in natural sea salt with very high mineral content. These minerals add rich flavors and textures to the salt, which are preferred by chefs and bakers. Harvesting at small beds is done traditionally by carefully scraping the salt to the side of the salt beds. The salt is scooped into baskets, then brought to salt stockpiles for safekeeping. The salt is iodized and delivered to supermarkets and grocers nationwide. Pacific Farms produces Fidel Iodized Salt, the #1 iodized salt brand in the Philippines. The second method of solar salt production uses large crystallizer beds.
Salt here is formed on top of pad floors and is harvested by shoveling salt into wheelbarrows, and workers shovel the salt into wagon and brought by locomotives to warehouse. The farm maintains a rail system across the crystallizer area. The salt is transported by locomotives to the salt washer, where the salt is washed with high brine.
The harvested salt is washed with a counter current flow of saturated brine to remove the mud and bring out the clean salt.
The salt is warehoused in open stockpiles under strong tarpaulin canvases. It is bagged and delivered to customers throughout the year. The result is a high-quality salt for food processing, feed mills, water treatment, and other salt-using industries. Through Salinas, it markets and distributes its salt around the Philippines.
Now, seeing a new horizon in ecotourism, Pacific Farms has just opened itself to the visitors to share and enjoy the experience of salt making. Experience salt, it's more fun and educational in Pacific Farms.